Good morning, everyone. I'm Gabby Trenti.
And I am Kyle Dandowski. In the news today, authors lead workshops in the Amity Media Center, and the Spring Festival kicks off the spring break.
Amity's varsity and junior varsity Winter Guard teams amazed the judges on April 11, 2015 at the Winter Guard Championship competition held at Trumbull High School. About 35 teams from all around the Northeast came to perform. Amity's varsity team, that includes 12 high school and middle school girls, got second place out of 8 teams in the AA division, and the junior varsity team, which consists of 8 girls from Bethany and Orange middle schools, placed first out of 3 teams in the middle school class. These great successes were well-deserved with all the time the girls spent practicing ever since Winter Guard began in the fall immediately after their Music in Motion show. They have 2-hour practices every week and 4-hour practices on Saturday morning at the Amity Middle School Bethany, followed by a show. Being a part of the Amity Music and Athletic departments, the Winter Guard team just started getting funded by Amity last year, and this year, for the first time, the girls were able to take a bus to Trumbull High School, where in the past years they had to drive themselves. Providing a valuable resource to young and aspiring writers, the Amity Media Center hosted 2 separate authors in April. Joe Delator has more.
In April, Amity hosted 2 writing workshops where authors Matthew Dix and Jackie Nastri Bardenwerper spoke with students about writing, storytelling, and getting published. Many young writers went to learn from and converse with these professional storytellers. During his workshop, Matthew Dix, a 12-time Slam storytelling winner, told one of his own award-winning stories. He advised students to set your own scene and to make the story lively and interesting to the reader. Young writers also learned from Dix that you can make a story out of everyday events.
I learned that there are so many things in everyday life that could seem meaningless in a moment, but when you think back to it, it's actually something really meaningful and somewhat inspiring that could create a story to tell on to others. So
8 students participated in the Story Slam and only 1 made it out alive. Jacob Leibowitz came away as champion of Amity's first Slam Storytelling Challenge. Judges Anna Mann, Julie Shevin, Jonathan First, and Maggie Barkin judged entrance on length of story, story development, and the heart element. The students thought it was a great opportunity to be able to compete in a storytelling challenge in front of Dix. Jackie Nastri Bardenwerper is an alumni of Amity High School class of 2001. Since her graduation, she has published 2 books, Popularity and On the Line. During her workshop, Bardenwerper talked about the process of writing and getting published. She encouraged students to never give up on their dreams, whether they be aspiring writers or something else.
She talked to us a lot about not giving up and to keep writing, because she wrote 30 manuscripts, I think she said, but she only has 3 books.
She also stressed the importance of different conflicts in each chapter. Mackenzie Swain thought Bardenwerper was very informative and noticed that what the author taught them actually occurred in other books she read.
How she planned out writing novels, and instead of having the traditional there's something that happens and then there's just a resolution, it's there are many conflicts for each chapter, and I found that really interesting because I saw how that applied in books that I read too.
Students had fun meeting these professional writers and discussing how to revamp their craft. For WABN Real News, this is Joey Delator.
The Amity Music Department will present the first of 2 spring concerts on Wednesday night, May the 6th at 7 p.m. in the Brady Center. Amity string students will be joined by Bethany Middle School students to present a program including works by Mozart, Vivaldi, Handel, and a medley from Walt Disney's Aladdin. Amity chamber singers, concert choir, and honor quartets will perform some Broadway classics, pop, and traditional music, including the Finale B from Rents, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Once Upon a Time.
On Thursday, May 7th, the Amity Senior Class Council will host the 6th annual Mr. Spartan pageant. The contestants, all male seniors, will show off their talents and try their best to win over the audience and the judges by the end of the night through performances in various categories. Organizers promised the night to be packed with laughs and surprises until the crowning of the next Mr. Spartan.
Warm weather brings with it the first Amity Spring Festival. I was there, covering the events. Even in the face of inclement weather, the Amity Spring Festival is held today. It is an event there to not only raise school spirit, but also raise money for the Relay for Life. On Friday, April 16th, Amity held its annual Spring Festival during the lunch waves outside the building. Initially made by student government as a fundraiser for Relay for Life, it eventually branched out to being used by other clubs and organizations in order to raise money for their own causes.
So we're raising money for the Get in Touch Foundation, which is a local organization out of Milford that teaches girls and boys about breast health and how to do a breast self-exam.
From athletic teams, such as baseball and lacrosse looking to raise awareness for their spring season, to groups raising money for charities from Relay for Life to breast cancer awareness, Amity's teams and clubs came out in full force for the Spring Festival. Even in the face of overcast weather, students were outside participating. With a wide variety of games such as canned jams and volleyball, free food such as popsicles and donuts, face painting, origami from Relay for Life, and a dunk tank, there was something for everyone.
We're raising money for the Amity Girls Swimming and Diving Relay for Life team. It's not, no one seems to understand what the concept is, but it's really not that hard. It's not that, it's been going well. I mean, it's not like a lot of kids brought money to school, but those who did have been really great, so yeah.
As students moved from table to table, music was provided by Amity EDM DJ R.E. Moseni.
I think we've got a pretty good turnout. A lot of teachers have been in the dunk tank, and it's been a good time.
Overall, students were very enthusiastic about being able to enjoy the chance to get out of the building and enjoy the outside atmosphere, getting the chance to partake in the wide variety of fun available. The National Art Honor Society held sidewalk chalk, while the lacrosse team held the lacrosse toss game in the parking lot.
Get a few lacrosse contests going, you know, some face-offs, some fun stuff like that. Show everyone what lacrosse is all about.
Many students were excited for the dunk tank, where students could pay to get a chance at dunking 10 faculty members.
You know, I think it's great, you know, springtime, and, you know, we're just having a ball. Get it? Because we're hitting the tank. Oh, it's pretty fun. You know, I see all these teachers every day in school, and to actually just be able to dunk them, that's just a great experience, one I'll just remember for the rest of my life.
Even though there were mechanical problems, students crowded around to see faculty from Jack Benvenuti and Rick Bordeaux to administrators Dr. Jason Tracy and Anna Mann get sent into the water for a good cause.
I'm soaking. Filled up with some pond water in there. It's brisk though, but you know, it's for a good cause, so I will sacrifice my all for the better cause.
In the end, clubs and organizations believe the Spring Festival to be a huge success at raising awareness. Hopefully it will continue for years to come. This has been Kyle Dandowski with the WABN Real News. Katie Hambler, a sophomore, is a 2015 Young Naturalist Award winner. Each year, the American Museum of Natural History presents a series of Young Naturalist Awards to students in grades 7 through 12 for research-based investigations into the natural world. Handler said she is very interested in the topics of biology and ecology. With only 2 winners per grade level, Handler won the award for her scientific investigations into temporal changes in the vertebrate scavenger community in association with wildebeest carcasses. This competition asked students to conduct a sustained research project to provide the researcher with a new understanding of the topic in question. Handler plans to continue her research over the coming year to further understand her topic.
Learning about Vietnam took an interesting turn in one of our U.S. History 1 classrooms. Christina Magliocco has the story.
James Clifford's U.S. History 1 class took on a new style of learning and put it into action when learning about Vietnam. When learning about the Chicago 8 trials, they uncovered the unit.
So we were learning about Vietnam, and as opposed to covering the unit, my teacher explains that he likes to uncover the unit. And let us figure out for ourselves what Vietnam was all about.
During class, Clifford's students reenacted these trials. By using documents from the actual trial, the students were able to choose which person they wanted to be and were also able to see the actual written testimonies and actions their person took.
we had the actual written testimonies of the witnesses from the trial that are all online. So everyone chose their own person that they would like to be. For example, like Ryan chose Bobby Seale. Zach Kosa was Abby Hoffman, and I decided to be the lawyer Wineglass. So we all pretty much had scripts, but we changed them up a little bit just to reflect what we wanted to do more.
Not only did the students learn about the riots that the Americans made protesting against Vietnam in a different manner, but they also got to really connect with and truly understand how the people felt back then.
Well, usually like in history class you learn about the politics, you learn about the battles, but here, in this case, Vietnam War, it wasn't really about the politics, the battles, what happened, like military plans. It was about, the treatment of people.
Reenacting this historical event created the same emotions in each student that the people during the Chicago 8 trials also had. A textbook can never get those feelings across as well as this in-class trial did.
From doing all of this, from uncovering this unit myself, it really did hit me like harder than just from reading it from the textbooks. A lot of atrocities, horrific things happened.
Clifford students were really able to experience as well as learn the same material that they would have normally learned about Vietnam if they just had to take notes on it. For WABN Real News, I am Christina Magliocco.
On Wednesday, May 6th, from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m., the National Art Honor Society is hosting an exhibition in the community room at the Woodbridge Library. Admission is free and all are invited to attend. That will do it for your news today. For all of us here at Amity's Real News, I am Gabby Tarenti.
And I am Kyle Dandusky. Stay classy, Amity.